Hello, everybody. Good day to you, or even night. I don't know why you would want to watch this tonight unless you're like me and you have chronic insomnia, but there that issue is. I hope you're doing well, and if not, I hope you get better. We are finishing up the cleaner. This game has had quite a story. I think since this is the third part to this, and hopefully the end of it, as I don't want to spend more than 3 streams on something where I'm mostly talking. There's not a ton of gameplay to it. I won't be going through and recapping really much of what we've seen. I'll just go through the last bit, which is that our friend has become sick, and we are learning more about the Void. And I say our friend, but he's kind of become our boyfriend. We're now in a bit of a partnership living with him, and we're just finishing up cleaning his best friend / our sister's house. We've been finding out some new things. We just found out something very troubling in that the Void may have done horrible things that happened to us with our childhood. They may have been the cause of it, and not so much a savior as our character once thought they were. So that's my recap on that. My recap for since last stream, which was last night, I went ahead and I did a full D&D collab stream this morning. I did my best that I could, or not a stream, but I actually just recorded it, and it's on YouTube now, but I did do my best that I could with the audio in terms of doing it live. I didn't really have any time to test things out. Tried to put as much gain on the other people as possible and turn myself lower, so at least maybe the audio would be, stabilized, even though, try to fix the audio mixing for y'all, but you'll probably have to turn it up in your headphones a lot, and I do apologize for that. But like I said, that's fully up there. It's a one-shot, so it's a full campaign. It's a nice little thing. It's around 3 hours, so it's kind of perfect if you're going to bed. Unless you're sleeping less than 3 hours, which I am worried about you. With that said, let's go ahead and finish this up so we can get on to some Genshin and we can figure out the rest of the story. Over here. I remember now that this game has been a whole problem. For some reason, my regular game capture is not picking up on it, but everything should be set up for us right now. So let's go ahead. Woo, get that bright and lit up. Let's continue. Oops, I forgot to close my door. Is our file. Let's see where it left us. This is not our file. I need to load. Options. No, not these options. The title, thank you. I forgot last time when I had to quit out last night, I had a collab stream for a movie immediately afterwards. So I need to select the autosave, which is hours away from that. I believe it should be. Yeah, 151 to 339. Yeah, good God. Okay, good. It autosaved. Oh, this isn't... Wait. Oh my God, we are so far from where I was. Hold on. Day off. Yes. Accepting my offer. Yes. Okay, so this was the night before, I think. This is when we found out some fucked up shit. But I ended things when it was the next morning. So I'm going to go ahead and skip through this real quick. I can just hold down the spacebar. That's great. I love being able to speed read this, not actually understanding any of it. So tired, yes. We're just talking about passing on. This game is a lot about death. We are a cleaner for people who have passed due to this, in general, but especially now due to this disease, because we're living in the apocalypse. But our boyfriend here has the disease. We aren't able to get the disease, but the thing is, if you can get the disease, which is the majority of humans, you're able to pass on to the next life, or so that we've been taught. Our main character has been. But we do not have the ability to get it, and so we are probably not going to be able to pass on and re-meet our loved ones in the next life. Supposedly. This is, like I said, this is what we've been told, and we kind of just learned last night that we aren't even sure how true that all is. Let me go ahead and give you this sweet jazz music. I'm going to turn myself down just a little bit. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Feels weird not having you running around early in the morning. Same. My head is still a bit of a mess. How about a cup of coffee? Or anything you like? Aw, please, I need something to wake up a bit. Let me spoil you for today, then. You already are. What do you do on a day off? Oh, relatable. I don't really give myself days off. Feel this strongly. If the world was still normal, I could bring you to a park or a movie theater. Or an attraction park, even. I guess that is what they're called. But by now, I guess we can either take an amusement park. I've never heard attraction park before. It sounds odd. But by now, I guess we can either take a walk between the half-abandoned buildings, or we can chill in here until I need to get my food ration. Yeah, attraction park sounds like a place where it's like singles dating, or like it's like a love hotel, but it's an amusement park. Which I guess some people would go for, but it would just be too crazy. It's not too bad. Really? Resting doesn't sound bad. And you're also tired, I'm sure. Yeah, that is a real thing also. On your days off, sometimes you need to literally just like actually sleep and rest and do nothing. Instead of doing things you love, because those are technically still like work on your body, and your body does need rest. As much as you can supply it with. I'm typically not somebody who allows my body to rest, though. Don't work as hard as you do, though. That's no excuse. Let's just do whatever we feel like. Works for me. Still look so down. I'm sorry. No, it's normal. Anything I could do for you to feel better? Well, I'm still thinking about my parents. Pretty pitiful. There's nothing wrong with that. You just learned about your real parents yesterday and that they were murdered. Like, there's nothing pitiful about thinking about them. Everyone wants loving parents, right? I suppose so. I wonder if I can meet them in the new world. Why not? It would be great. Yes, maybe it wasn't a great family, but I still wish I knew. My grandmother loved me enough to bother journalists for years. Isn't that pretty cool already? I was gonna say, yeah, you could have lived with somebody. God. From what I've read, my parents used to bring me on vacations as well for the short time we were together. Well, yeah, about till you were 2, so you could take more than one vacation in the first 2 years of your life. You're pretty rich. Also, sorry if I sound a little stuffy right now. I realized I ate right before this, and it was a burger with a bunch of green chilies on it. Not like jalapenos, but like serrano, you know, like green peppers and stuff. It was delicious, but my nose gets like, what's the word? Like my sinuses are open, you know, from anything spicy. That does sound lovely. I'm sure you can live that one day. I want to think that they'd have liked you as well. Oh, well, I'll have done my best to impress them. I'm sure. Yeah, the idea is like, oh, they're such loving parents, they're great to me your whole life, and then, oh, you're gay? Maybe that's why they actually end up, like, maybe he wouldn't have been loved by them in that sense anyway. Like, he wouldn't have lived as horribly, probably up till that point, as he did with the adoptive family, but there is maybe it's not funny to everybody, but in my mind, the idea that he could have just as well have had a homophobic family. My parents have loved you to bits, of that I'm certain. Why? You love listening to stories. Both had plenty. Especially my mother, of course. I'm scared they'd have found me rude or boring. Well, you probably wouldn't have been rude. I don't think he's necessarily boring, but he definitely was rude when we first started, but that's only because of how he was raised, being stuck in an attic and not learning how to communicate properly with people and being super distrusting. And everything goes smoothly from the start, but it would have turned out okay. Do believe me on that. I will try. You gotta meet them, so you must have a better idea of what they were like, contrary to me and my parents. I can't say I understand them all the time, but I assure you they wanted me to be happy. And you do make me happy. Ah, same here. Do tell me, Daniel. Yes? What do people do when they're sad? I enjoy talking to you, but I'm wondering if there isn't another thing I can do to feel better faster. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Grief and the such is just gonna run its course at the speed that it does. You kind of gotta go with the motions. But yeah, there's things you could do to, like, therapy, of course. For me personally, exercise seems to, like, I don't know why, helps me just get through stuff on, like, the physical aspect of how emotions can affect you. I'm tired of not feeling good. Let me think about it. I don't think you can forcefully mend a heart, but people do all sort of stuff when they're sad. We can eat too much for a day, or so anywhere you'd like. Wait, what? We can eat too much for a day? Oh, go anywhere you like. Jesus. I've heard of people even cutting their hair after their heart gets broken. Oh no, that's really common actually. Speaking of, my heart's not broken, but Man, my hair right now is long as fuck, and it's getting hot and heavy in here. It's I just cannot wait till winter when this hair is useful. Does that work? I've never tried it, but I guess it does. Changing something on your body can make you feel like you're a bit of a new person. I don't know how to cut my hair. Are you interested in that? I'm telling myself that if it doesn't work, I only got a haircut. How bad can it be? Indeed. I can cut your hair if you trust me. Really? Yeah, I have some experience between my hair and Jess's. Interesting. Would you give it a try on mine? Sure, what do you want? Anything you like. I can't say you're picky. Let me think for a little moment, then get back to work. I've actually had a partner cut my hair before. It was a good memory because it was the first time I was able to get a shortcut because I grew up, you know, like a girl with, and I always had to have really long hair. I just, like, my family is not like, I don't know, well, my mom isn't like, what's the word, super strict of a person about most things, but she just never wanted me to get my hair cut up above my shoulders, basically. There's like one time where she let me get it into like a bob, but she really didn't want me going any shorter than that, and I always wanted to get way shorter of a haircut. I didn't like pixie cuts, but that was like I didn't like hate them, but I didn't think it would look good on me, and I didn't know what else to tell them, so I was like, well, like I want it really short, you know, like a pixie cut, kind of. But they never understood because obviously this is a very conservative, evangelical, like religious area that I lived. And then finally, whenever I got to college and had a roommate, or a partner, I mean, they were my roommate at the time. I had a partner, and she was queer, of course, as well. We're lesbians. And so she was a lot more open to me having a butch look or just getting a men's style haircut. And so she cut it up short for me. It was awkward. It didn't look bad or anything. It just was like, it's not like a, it's a word. It wasn't like a proper hairstyle. But it was just something about it was really sweet and nice to be able to have somebody finally be able to help me fulfill the need to have like really short hair like that. And now that I've been transitioning for years and I look a lot more masculine and sound more masculine, I've been comfortable again this past couple months letting my hair grow out for the first time in years. And it's been nice in a way just because I am enjoying seeing like how that looks on me while I'm also masculine, but my hair is really thick and hot, and that's the only problem with it, really. It's just too warm right now. I certainly, like I said, I'm looking forward to the winter. I'm hoping it will help me then. Anything you need, yes. Would suit you, huh? This is pretty cute. Is it? Yes. Have a look. I was wondering, I was like, are we gonna see our other eye finally? I love his blank expression, just, It has been a while since I've seen my face like this. Oh, he covered it with his hand. That's cool. Do you like it? It's pretty lovely, yes. Thank you. I'm glad. Oh, like this, I can also see both of your eyes all the time. Aren't you looking happy, Daniel? I am. I'm glad I can see with a glow up. It's hard to do anything for oneself lately. But what about you? Does it make you feel any better? Well, I'm not sure. I do feel happy when I look at these new bangs and your smile. That I can see it with both eyes, I'm not lacking in depth perception, so I'd say it's a good first step. Very good. One thing at a time and we'll overcome this no problem. I'll trust you on this. Please do. Even more handsome now. Oh, have I ever been? Oh, you know. One look and I couldn't resist anything you'd have asked for. Is that so? I'm not lying. I'm happy we could meet, Eames. Despite the circumstances, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the whole world. Daniel, too romantic? No, I like this. You like this? Oh, little smooch, sorry. No apologies. But do be aware of something, Daniel. Yes? If you kiss me again like that, I'll definitely get awfully attached. Oh, you'll have to bear with the consequences, Eames. Ah, so cute. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with us. Good. I wasn't too eager to let go of you anyway by now. No, he finally kissed him. He initiated. I think we've seen Eames do it maybe one other time, but it was like a little side peck. Had I met you before? We met. It's all I care about for this life. The next one or the past one. If they existed, they don't matter either. I want to believe in the future, but for now I only have this present in front of me. Is that your answer to your doubts? Yes. Good. I'll agree with you then. No matter what happens, we've got each other. Be it an instant or an eternity that waits for us on the other side, we're still here. We are... How about we just chill here for a bit, my dear? I have some food left and I can go get a new movie if you want. Can't I come? I want to see where you get them. Oh, you might be right. It can be interesting to you. Very well, we can go get all the movies we want and then never get out till tomorrow. Sounds like a plan? It does. Great. Oh, didn't get to see any art for wherever he's... I was kind of curious if it was like an actual movie store or like an underground market. Because it's in... I don't know if it's in high demand, but it's definitely in short supply, everything is. You were right. That movie wasn't good. Still hung up on that? I've been thinking about it ever since I was a kid. I was so convinced it was wonderful. Well, I feel you there, bud, because when you have nothing, the few things that you do have are the best, because it's all you have, and it's all you know. So I definitely, what was it? I was thinking about rewatching last night. I was looking at old movies. I guess this, because I played this, it got me in the mood. And so I just went to like animated films that were like the oldest available and was like going through the list of stuff because that's what, you know, I was in the mood for. And then up came Pete's Dragon and I was like, oh my god, like so much of the stuff I realized that I had in my childhood was from like 60s, 70s. Even though I was living in the early 2000s, it's just when you're poor you have really old media basically. And it was also VHS tapes, but it was Pete's Dragon and I was like, I remember liking this as a kid, but also I had like maybe 5 movies my entire life, so I was like, I wonder. This is probably not very good. It certainly didn't look like it was very good from the, like what I saw of it online, basically. There wasn't really a trailer, I guess. Maybe there was for that one. I don't know. I mean, surely, I think they did make trailers in the 60s, but that was color television 1955, I think? Well, I guess movies would have been in color before television. Anyway, sorry. I can't remember. But yeah, it was definitely that same moment where I was like, I knew I liked it a lot as a kid, but it was bad once I watched as an adult. Was also Fern Gully. I have tried so many fucking times to rewatch Fern Gully because I was like, I love animated movies. I love stuff that's out of the box, you know, like more indie style. I usually don't end up liking, like, I like Disney stuff for the fact, like, old animated Disney because I like the animation usually, and it's not bad, but they're not my type of movie that I typically like when it comes to characters and things. Like I said, I like stuff that's a little more like a Don Bluth instead of a Disney film most of the time, not all the time. But Fern Gully was one that I was like, oh, I remember liking this a lot as a kid, my mom always being annoyed by it, and I was like, I don't get it, like it you know, like it wasn't my favorite of all my animated movies, but again, I had few movies, so I went to rewatch it as an adult probably 3 different times now in the past couple years, and I cannot get through even the first half. I have to just skip past things because I don't know if it's cringing at it, like characters' voices, or that they're annoying. It's just like, oh, this is just not good. But I keep wanting to, you know, like it's the thing, like you want to see the full thing with your adult eyes. I don't know if that's just me, but I do love going back and rewatching stuff that I only have a very specific memory of as a child, and then seeing it as an adult, you can really wrap your head around it so much more visually and everything. Anyway, also, hence why I replay a lot of video games that I grew up on too. I don't think I've replayed any on stream yet that I grew up on, but most of those that I really enjoyed as a kid were all RPGs, like Final Fantasy games, so they would also take forever. Not that I can't do that at some point, but I don't think anybody's desperate for a Final Fantasy VII playthrough at this point in time. I think, oh yeah, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought into other games like that, because I had already talked about I would like to do some subathon of like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. I think those would be really fun. But again, played through like 10 times over by people. Let's continue with this so I can get on to new games. I'll keep thinking about that stuff over and over again. I've been thinking about it ever since I was a kid. I was so convinced it was wonderful. And it wasn't. Childhood memories are a bit warped. Yep. I mean, literally your brain's not fully developed. My brain, I don't know. I guess technically my brain still isn't fully developed. Anyway, I'm just glad we could watch it together. Hey, yes. We can do lots of stuff now that I'm here all the time. I'm pretty excited. Do let me know if you need some alone time, though. I'll understand. I mean, when you're in a situation like this, obviously because we've had the pandemic, we can slightly understand what they're going through here with the apocalypse. And like the one based in this game, I mean, that everybody's gonna be really lonely and really hard to like have big social interaction in general in this situation. So even like with the pandemic, let alone before that, a lot of people when they're in a first time in their relationship, the honeymoon phase, they want to be together all the time. Like, I highly doubt that these two actually are going to want alone time at any point. And yeah, if they're both working, they're definitely going to be alone most of the day. Doubt I'll need any when I can finally see you. Jesus. But thank you. It's very thoughtful of you. Same here, yes? Yes. Time to go, unfortunately. Good luck to you, my dear. I'll see you later. Last effort for Jess's house. You bet. Let's make it squeaky clean. Yeah, let's. I could finally draw a bit. I suppose having him here does make me feel better anyway. I just wish those bells would stop. Oh my god, is he hearing them like 24/7? Because that's horrible. I absolutely don't find them any easier to bear, contrary to my mother. That sound will haunt me forever. Aw. Ta-da! Oh wait, I didn't even get to finish the cleaning? Oh, this is wonderful. I'm sure she'd be ecstatic to see your house like this. What the? Shut the fuck up, Daniel. We didn't get to like we worked this whole game to clean this whole place, and we didn't get to do the last 3 little clickety clacks, the button mashing. We didn't get to do any of that last bit. Okay. I hope so. Oh, I do like all the flowers are dead. Makes sense. Hey, Jess. Next life, you owe me a dinner, okay? Definitely. I owe her one as well, though. Both of you, albeit in different ways. I'd love if we could have a nicer dinner with candles and all of that. Next life. Next life. For now, let's make sure Jess's core is safe and complete. Right, I'll let you deal with that. Okay, of course. It's definitely gonna be... Oh god. What are we gonna see in here in C mode? Oh shit. Soon you'll be all together. It is... I've never gone up to like and like interacted with them before, so that is Jess. You'll all be together? Oh, maybe it's not Jess, but it's someone else? I don't know, maybe it is Jess. Can we inspect any of this other stuff in here? No, it's just blood and shit everywhere, but like... Are we sure this isn't her? Well, no, her body, we found her body over here. She was like hanging in this area, right? More towards like the center left. God, I wish we could know more about the bodies that are just like in this spirit realm. Oh, this is male. She's not gonna... Oh, never mind. Should we put her heart into this oh, this is the research. Thank you, Jess. Lickety clow. I think the baby clothes, definitely. So sad. Not surprising. But next time, we'll meet our darling little niece as well. Just you wait, Jess. Oh. Oh, really? She must have looked stunning in this. Looks like Martin had good taste, huh? Well, of course, seeing the woman he chose. They couldn't have, I mean... It's a very plain dress. They could have chosen a picture of a nicer dress for this, right? I don't know. All done. No problems? It's shattered, but it won't matter. So we can offer it? Yes. I want to believe in what I was taught. I also want to believe it's true. Then let's do this. I've arranged for some people to come get the furniture and check other stuff, but we won't need to be here. Our job here is done, dear Daniel. I feel relieved, but also a bit sad. I understand. Still, keep in mind we have plenty of other houses to clean. Honestly, we could have just stayed in Jess's house, but maybe it would be too sad for them. Just because they were talking earlier about how they've been living in Daniel's apartment, but it's tiny. Don't we? Yes, boss. I'm making fun of me already. Just a tiny bit. Come on, let's go. Am I allowed to have some last words for her? You can. Thanks. Jess, you're a wonderful woman, and I'm glad I could call you my friend. I think I'm incredibly lucky to have met you, and I can only hope that we'll meet again in the future. Even if we don't, our memories together are very precious to me, so thank you, Jess, for everything. I hope you can rest in peace until the new world comes, if it ever does. I usually don't do this, but... Hi, Jess. You know who I am. I'm sorry we couldn't meet again in this life, but I'll be sure to make it up to you on the next one. Yes? I'm happy you could have a good life and a wonderful family for this cycle. And I wish you all the best, no matter where you'll end up. Too. I will take care of your core, so rest easy. I'll do my best so you can get the most wonderful second chance there is. Goodbye, Jess. You're a great person. Aw, Jesus Christ. Why is that sound effect 10 times louder than anything else going on in this game? I guess it's an important sound effect. She's gone. Now she knows, doesn't she? Huh? If the new world is real, or what's going on in the void. Right. I wish she could tell us. Don't worry, next time we meet, we'll all know, right? Right. Next time we meet, we can all be happy. Oh. It's so sad that the main character, he doesn't get to go pass on with them, but also he literally has to, like, live without even knowing if he's doing the right thing. Ready to learn all there is about trauma cleaning? Make it sound a bit daunting, but I'll do my best. Good. Here, let me show you the office and all that's in the storage. For once, the man wasn't alone anymore, and he had a special someone. Through good and bad, they could always hold hands and wait it out, in hopes of a better tomorrow. They'd spend their day cleaning and their nights cuddling in front of a movie or two. To be told, even though he could notice the food rations getting smaller and the restrictions getting tighter, he had never been happier. Oh god. Does that mean like their government that's sending out the rations is... like they're giving them smaller rations because they can't afford to give them more? Oof. Like there's more and more people, I guess, that are working in the food industry that are dying off. Eames didn't wish for anything else. He knew he sounded silly, but every time Daniel smiled at him, all of his tiredness or worries would melt for a few moments. This was worth it. This was all worth it. He knew it. Yet not every day was a nice one. Daniel's pain was getting stronger, and he could hear those dooming bells clearer and clearer each day. Eames had seen him attempt to draw many a times, and he had always given up. Sometimes because of his physical anguish, others because he couldn't focus when his mind was playing tricks on him. He didn't mind. He was gonna stay with him until the bitter end. He knew what to expect. Damn. Daniel's birthday came and went, and all he asked for was for them to spend a quiet evening together, his head pounding from all the sound ravaging it, and his eyes always darting around the room seeing things taunting him only. Eames didn't know what to do. There was no way to help him. He was all too aware. Then why did it hurt so much if he had always known how everything was bound to end? I mean, you're still going through it. It's not like cancer is easier once you know that you have it. So hot. Still got a fever? Oof. Probably. Get a lot of physical pain. I'm sorry. You know, it could be worse. I'm with you, it's fine. I wish I could make you feel better, though. Don't worry about things you can't control. Okay? Alright. Honestly, as someone with, chronic, like, illness, disability issues and has dated somebody for a long time with them as well, this is very relatable. I had no idea what this game is about. I knew it was just spooky and it was about cleaning. I cannot believe how relatable it consistently has been. I'll go get some food rations, how about it? Are you a bit hungry? Why not? I don't feel like eating, but it can't hurt. Just give me a moment then. Yes. Oof. I mean, when you've got fever, give him some water and let him rest. Hey, Eames? Yes? I've been thinking. Fall is coming. And? Are you cold? Do you need anything? No, it's just that I'm not sure I'll make it to your birthday. Is that your only concern? It is, actually. Won't you tell me something that I can get you beforehand? I really don't need anything. I'm just happy when you're around. Still. How about some flowers? Why flowers? I think I've been dreaming a lot of when my parents would bring me to my grandparents' house. I enjoyed seeing their books about nature. Would it make you happy? It's my question. It's your birthday. Flowers will always wither, die, and leave me behind alone. That's all I have to say. Oof. Sorry, Eames. For what? I knew this is how it ends, and I still dragged you into this. Don't apologize for this. I might be sad, but till the end, this will have been the only genuinely happy moment of my life. Christ. Isn't that the best present ever? I feel the same. I'll get you an extra dessert if I can get my hands on it, I promise. I'll be looking forward to it. Please do. There is no way out of any of that, only the bitter end coming closer and closer. Eames could only hope that the world would have ended soon after Daniel was gone, so he wouldn't have had to endure it for too long. He was done with that cycle. Oh? Happy early birthday, my dear! I know a lot of people might not like them, but they're fake. So they can stay with you forever. Daniel, are they okay? I thought it was better since you also don't need to water them or anything like that. They're lovely, thank you. Perhaps I was scammed, but they're supposed to be red tulips. I was gonna say they look like tulips. They told me bright red flowers mean we will meet again. They do? I trusted them. Plus, doesn't red also mean love? But I'm not flower expert. Yeah, okay. I'm no flower expert. I just want to make a promise to you. And I'll keep them here until this whole world collapses. With me. I'm glad. This is getting a bit out of hand. How do you feel? In a lot of pain and exhausted all the time. I'm so frustrated that I can't finish your drawing. That comes after your well-being. I can live without it, don't worry. If you not drawing means having you around for even just an extra second, I'll take it. Eames. How about you sit down for a second? Sure. Ugh. Any better? Not really. I feel like all of my bones are imploding. Oh god. This is quite weird. Guess I'm unlucky and got the double pain package. It's not too bad, Eames, I promise. Is it now? Those bells are still awful and I hate the eyes. But there's more. Huh? I only ever see those. No, I do see them. All the flowers and petals swirling around. They're just in my head, but they're so pretty. Oh, he's smiling. As beautiful as you are, Daniel. I want to be buried with all of them, but I also want to be with you. Where would that be? I wonder if it exists. Wouldn't it be lovely, our graves next to each other covered in all the flowers? I'm sure the wind breeze would also feel nice. I can't die, so I don't care where I'm buried. Still, I'll do anything that makes you happy. This isn't fair to you, is it? Nothing is fair to me. I mean, they're definitely both getting the really shit out of the stick here, because god damn, speaking that kind of pain and like hallucinations it's not fun. It's alright. I'll make sure you get what you have in mind when the time comes. Thank you. I apologize for bothering you with my nonsense. No, you don't. Never think that. Okay, I thought he was straight up... Oh. Eames had dreaded all sorts of days in his life. At first, he was scared of the day he'd have died in that attic. But after realizing he couldn't, a new fear had started in his heart. He dreaded the day he'd have finally come out and faced the rest of the world. Would he have been an alien? Would they have all hated him? He'd been terrified of the thought, even finding his little dark attic a place of solace. When Evie had died, his fears had vanished, replaced by sadness only. He was bound to be alone. He would have been. He would have been. That had been his final resolve. And yet now, he didn't want that. Not anymore. Every night, Daniel could still hold him tight in his arms. He was frightened to no end, his heart tyrannized by the thought that he would eventually not be able to feel that warmth anymore. If death could have come for him as well, he'd have felt better. Oh. I don't know, when I have those kinds of moments and thoughts where I'm like, one day I won't be able to experience this because it's with, like some person I love or something I love. It's kind of like, in a way, it gets me to allow myself to enjoy the moment more, basically, and not worry about it so much, because I'll have that melancholy kind of thought like, one day I won't be able to talk to this person anymore. So like I enjoy talking to them as much as I can now, and I really try to make an effort to make our time together as enjoyable for them as well. And just have more of those times with them. But that's what I would say is my ability to, that's what I do to combat those kinds of thoughts. Because that's just life though. One morning there was no one when he woke up. The moment he noticed it, he knew. Daniel would have never left while he was sleeping, or without making some coffee and smiling as if the world hadn't betrayed them both. That day he knew he was alone, yet again. However, all he could do was get up and make breakfast as if nothing had happened. He got to his office, his heart feeling numb and cold, a part of him hoping he was wrong, but being far too aware that there was no way he was. Uh-oh. He could make it to the office without even moving a muscle in his face, but it merely took the sight of those plastic flowers to cause him to kneel to the ground, howling and sobbing as if anybody would ever hear his guttural despair. I'm sorry, I can't read. Why was he alive? It was the only question he truly had. That world was cold. Cold, cold, so cold. Oh. When he could finally get up, he noticed a piece of paper on the desk and couldn't help but grip it with his trembling fingers. Is there any hope left? Daniel's gone out for ice cream. Oh no. My dear, dear Eames. I'm sorry, I think I've lost. I don't know what to do anymore, but I don't want to cause you even more trouble. I love our apartment and this office more than any other place, yet I'd feel awful if I let you find my body there. I'd actually prefer if you never found me. I know it will only cause you more heartaches. I may still not believe in anything, but I know we'll meet again. If your goddess doesn't want to keep her part of the bargain, my flowers surely will. I have plenty of things I promised you, and we will do them together one day. One that is not too far away, I hope. This life might end like this, but never doubt that I'm the most grateful man there is for having run into you. I won't let go of this happiness, no matter in which world we will meet again. For now, I will follow the flowers and see where they lead me. I've had enough of causing your troubles because of this disease. Forgive me this last final selfish action, please. All I truly want is to be with you, without this terrible condition affecting both my mind and my body. Take care of yourself until we meet again, my dear. No matter where, I'll be waiting for the day I'll see your beautiful eyes again, and I'll hold your hand anew. I love you, Daniel. Oh, I love you, comma, enter, Daniel. Everything after that was a blank. Perhaps the world truly had ended for Eames as well. He wished he could have seen those flowers as well, but all he had were cores and death around him as he kept on working for his divine mission. No Evie, no Jess, no Daniel. No friends, no family, no dear ones, only void. Do we even have to eat? Does our character actually have to eat to survive? He says he can't die, but I'm just wondering because they're talking about the rations growing smaller. And yet there was a last thing he couldn't give up on, especially with time running out for that cycle. Daniel's core. I was gonna say, yeah, what the fuck, dude? You know that we need your body. He had to get it and it was nowhere to be found. His days were spent wondering about where the flowers had led him, sometimes without much success. Had led him? Oh, yeah, they just misspelled. It wasn't until he could find where his grandparents had lived that he finally had a lead. Jesus. The moment he approached the house, he could feel it. That familiar warmth, that soft voice calling his name. He was in the right place. The final one. Oh! Sorry, I had a moment where I felt sick to my stomach seeing that, actually. I don't really want to look at my screen. Oh, that was so jarring. I, knew it wasn't gonna be good, but I didn't expect that for some reason. Oh... That's so sad. Oh, no. Finally, my Daniel. Also, what is this shack that you're in? There he was, his beloved, finally at peace. Oh, their house must be fallen into ruin. They probably haven't lived there in a long time. Not a smile on his face, how peculiar. Eames had hoped for him to find some rest in death at least, but now he doubted that as well. Let me get you down, okay? Slowly, slowly. Oh. It's been hard, hasn't it? It's okay, I'm here now. I'll take care of everything. Just give me a moment. I'll ask you to get the prettiest grave with all the flowers you dreamed of. It's a promise. I simply need to get your little core so I can make sure we'll meet again. Oh. What the hell? Is core stuck in the flowers? No, but what is this? Here, my precious little one. Soon you will be alright. What the actual fuck, though? Are we... Okay, so that is Daniel. Oh, God. So when we were seeing the person hanging in Jess's apartment, that was her every time? Won't you come home with me? Just for today until I offer your core? Just for a little bit? No, it's been a long time that he's been stuck there, and he seems like he's suffering. You won't budge, will you? Just like the others. But you're so cold, my love. Won't you let me make you some coffee and then we can watch the final movie? Oh, but why? Why can't they move? Oh, no, I'm sorry, my love. I didn't mean to make you upset. Oh my god, okay, so he can, they can, okay, they're interacting, so I guess Jess may have been able to see us that whole time with Daniel, which is kind of sweet. Please be at ease. I'll stop with my ridiculous ideas. I'll take it easy. I'll bring your cord to her. Okay? Daniel? I love you too. So trust me, I'll make things right. Oh god. My love. I'll see you soon. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Why was his body so much more fucked up than most people's? Time to lose. I have no idea when the world ends, but I'll never forgive myself if it did before I could offer his core. He deserves a second chance, no matter what happens to me. Here, should I... There's nothing else I can... I promise. It will make it happen. I will make it... Oh, wait! We never saw his drawing. I'm sure it would have been the prettiest drawing there ever was. No, it is, already. Inside my heart. I can't believe he's just been leaving that there. It's been a... I don't know how long it's been since Daniel died, but... Almost there, my love. You'll be free. Daniel. So I had one. What the hell? Did we? So we did. I thought we were able through love to grow our own little core. Oh, they use Dolly. What the? Oh, Dolly makes sense for the fucked up faces. I was thinking they looked like maybe AI or something. Isn't that what Dolly is? Holy shit! So he did end up growing a core and being able to shatter it himself. Hopefully they passed on together, I'm guessing. We don't really have a solid... Oh. They didn't live too long without him, also. Oh, what a lovely game. Very good job talking about death and chronic illness and people who are abused and being able to grow out of situations like that. Hey, Spanish translators, hell yeah. Oh, and okay, traditional Chinese translation, that makes a lot more sense. I was wondering. Great job, everybody, god damn. Holy shit. Ending did get to me a little bit there. I feel really... I was like, I'm like tearing up at Daniel's death, and now I'm gonna go happy-go-lucky play Genshin, I guess. Oh, God. I mean, it was lovely. It really was. It was not one that I expected to have as little gameplay as it did, so I do apologize that it was mostly just me talking. It's definitely a good one to play if you've got... I don't know, if you have a partner, that would probably make you both extremely sad and be a problem, but if you have like a friend or something where you want to play with another person who does the other character, it'd be a lot better. Having to do both. I tried to make their voices both sound masculine, but just like slightly lower and higher pitches than like mine, so it, you know, came off a little different. Tried to give them a little oomph to their characters in terms of the audio. But yeah, what a lovely game.